I'm going to show you how to set up a simple scene using the Vera. I have a Vera Edge and the Vera UI 7 interface. I'm going to be using a GE switch and a GE dimmer to demonstrate. The switch here is on the right, dimmer is on the left side. I already included these in my Vera, so they do work both manually and do the interface of the Vera, so you can see that they do exist on the system there, and they can be controlled. So now you can create scenes using these. So I'm going to go over here to Scenes, and I'm going to add a scene. And what I want to use, you can use either a device or a schedule, or you can set it up just as a manual scene. Right now I'm going to use it, I'm going to make the dimmer go on when I operate the switch. So I'm going to say device, I'm going to say, it says whenever, and you say select the device, whenever the GE switch is turned on or off, when the GE switch is turned on, that's what I want, and I'm going to say validate. So I selected it and I say validate. That's fine. It didn't argue with me. It says, now what do you want to have happen? And I want to select on my dimmer, I select the dimmer, and then I say next. And I can set the dimmer to some amount. I'm just going to have it go halfway on and validate there. So it's ready to do that. I just do a next step, and you can set all these different things. You can say when I'm in a certain mode, I can notify people or do some code, and I'm just going to say turn on GE dimmer. And I'm not going to assign it a room. I'm just going to say finish. I have a lot of scenes, so take a little bit for it to program it in and save it. And there it is. It says turn on GE dimmer, and it's never been used yet, and it's not a timed one, or else there'd be a time here. So I can test it just by hitting this button, say okay, go ahead and run it, and I'm going to do that, and you'll see the dimmer should go on. Okay, and it does. Okay, but that's just, the computer control to do that. Turn it off manually. And now when I turn the switch on, the dimmer will go on to 50% because that's what I told it to do. Now when I turn it off, it goes, well, I didn't tell it to do anything when it turned off, so if you wanted the dimmer to go off when that light goes off, you have to program another scene, and we can do that. So you go back to Vera. I'll go back to add a scene, and we want to select whenever the GE switch is turned on or off. I'm going to say when it's turned off now, I want an action to occur, and I validate that. Go to the next step, say selected devices. What do I want to happen? Select devices, and that's where I select the GE dimmer. You have to go down bottom and say next, and now I want it to go off. So I hit validate, and now I say next step, and you can just leave all of that alone. Come back and say turn off GE dimmer. Can't type, and we say finish. And then you see again where it says turn off GE dimmer. Never used it, and you can see where it kept a time of where I did the scene for when I turned the GE dimmer on. So now again I can run it here, and it turned the light off. Now I can go back to the panel, say turn it on. Dimmer comes on, and then I turn this off, and it's going to turn the dimmer off. So there you go. I used the scene capability of the Vera to turn a light on when another light went on, and turn it off when the light went off.